Hey, what's going on everyone? MONADO Max here, and today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch. Now, obviously, we talk about the Nintendo Switch in pretty much every video on this channel, and we still are going to do that. But what I wanted to talk about today is something that is a problem for pretty much any content creator out there that's focusing on the Switch and everything that comes out for the Switch. We're going to be talking about that the Nintendo Switch is dying. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking. How is it dying? What's going on, Max? You're saying some crazy things. And I mean, I think it's quite obvious to see that Nintendo's library this year has not been strong. I've predicted it was not going to be a strong year for the Nintendo Switch because of all what we were expecting to come out for the Switch. Everyone, I think, was kind of expecting that to not be the strongest Nintendo Switch year. And I would say, as of right now, it's looking like it's probably going to be the worst year for the Nintendo Switch in terms of its first-party games, which is also another thing that I predicted last year. But it's getting to be a point where it's gotten a lot worse than I think a lot of people would have expected, and a lot worse than I would have expected from a content creation side of things. If you've noticed, a lot of your favorite content creators that focus on the Switch are not uploading as much as they used to this year because there's really not much to talk about, not much to really do when it comes to the Nintendo Switch. Now, this channel isn't affected by that whole thing yet. I think it's possible it could be affected towards the second half of this year, depending what Nintendo has planned for the year. But no one has ideas, at least a lot of these other content creators out there, and I don't blame them. Luckily, we do so much different stuff for the Switch. We go Switch game hunting, Switch reviews, Switch unboxing. We do some obscure things out there for the Nintendo Switch. I would say we're kind of more the more unique side of Switch content in terms of you'll see some videos out there that you want to see on your favorite Nintendo Switch content creators. But it still brings the problem that everyone else is struggling on creating stuff for this system because of the stuff that is coming out this year. If you noticed, it's a bunch of remasters and remakes, and some of these remakes are stuff that really no one asked for. I know one asked for Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. It's cool that it's coming, but let's be real, no one asked for it. If anything, people wanted the first Luigi's Mansion game. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, that's one that people have been wanting. That remake, yes, that's a big thing for Nintendo right there, but it doesn't have the type of buzz that content creators can make videos for. Princess Peach Showtime came out this year, and that's probably going to be the only original Switch game to come out, unless Metroid Prime 4 comes out, in terms of it not being a remaster / remake. And it's hard to really do videos on Princess Peach, especially after the game comes out. Endless Ocean is coming out. That is really exciting. I am very excited for that game, but there's nothing to really do videos for in that game. You could do a review, but what's next after that? Can't really do much there. And I know a lot of these content creators, as the reason why the Switch is dying and all that, they're focusing on the Switch 2 stuff because that's all they can make videos for. So there have been channels that have been making rumored videos on the Switch 2 every day because they have nothing to talk about, really. Which is scary. I'm still staying strong onto not doing a Switch 2 video unless it's something very strong, like very concrete evidence about something with the Switch 2. I am staying away from Switch 2 rumors. I do not want to be one of those channels. We already did a video talking about how I felt about that, and I am not going to be one of those channels. Especially, we have so many original things that we do on this channel, and then so many things that other people do, like reviews, that type of stuff. I'm not too worried about this channel not having the ideas. I mean, there have been times that I'm like scrambling for an idea to film something because we film ahead of videos now. And I'm like, oh, well, what should I do? Oh my gosh, what should I do? I have no ideas. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What should I do? Sometimes it does take a bit for me to realize an idea, but at the end of the day, I get something done. I make it happen. And there are creators out there that really thought the Switch 2 was going to come out this year. I mean, a lot of us, I kind of thought the Switch 2 could come out this year, but I always thought there was a chance it was going to get delayed. I always felt like Nintendo would have liked to release early 2025 rather than to late 2024 into the Christmas market where everything's going to be crazy. Now, it's not been confirmed that the Switch 2 is being delayed. There's been rumors, leaks, all of that. There is some evidence towards a delay, but it's not enough for me to be making a video on the Switch 2 getting delayed. I mean, the Switch 2 hasn't even been announced yet, really. So how can we make a delayed video on something that hasn't been announced? I know a lot of creators out there are still doing those type of videos, which I just think it's annoying. I get that we're in a era of Nintendo that there's not much to be talking about, not much videos done. Stop with the Switch 2 videos, please. A lot of people thought this was going to be the year of like a rebirth of Nintendo content, basically, because once that new Nintendo console comes out, there is just a freedom of so many ideas to be making videos for that system. So a lot of these creators were very excited for this year, particularly towards the late of this year, because people thought the Switch 2 was going to come out. All the Nintendo content creators thought that that was going to happen. And it's not happening, is what it looks like. And now people are scrambling. They don't have ideas to produce content. I mean, even Nintendo podcasts out there that come out weekly are talking about they are struggling to make a podcast come out every week because there's nothing to talk about in terms of Nintendo news. This is a very dry year for the Switch and just for Nintendo content creation in general, which is scary for other people out there. Like I said, I'm not too worried about it. Maybe towards like the September range, I might start getting a little worried. But we do so many variety of Switch type videos that I think we're gonna be okay. I'm really hoping Nintendo surprises us in this next Direct. If they have made the decision to delay the Switch 2, I really hope they have stuff to come out into the second half of this year. You know, a lot of people was worried about the Switch last year around this time actually it was around after Tears of the Kingdom. All we knew what was coming out was Pikmin 4 and that was it. Then Nintendo came out with that Direct out of nowhere where they showed Mario Bros. Wonder, WarioWare Move It, Detective Pikachu Returns, Pikmin 1+2, Super Mario RPG. I really hope that we're getting something similar to that. But if the Switch 2 was supposed to come out this year, doesn't theoretically make sense they would have those type of games ready for the Switch. I really think we've entered an era that they're gonna really focus on that GameCube library and making remaster/remakes for the GameCube over onto the Switch. And there's Prime 4, maybe Prime 4 is coming out this year. We can get some videos out of that, I guess. But once again, it's really hard to make dedicated videos sometimes on certain Nintendo projects. Metroid Prime 4, I think you can make a lot out of. But when you do things like Endless Ocean and Princess Peach, I mean, a lot of those big creators of Nintendo Switch didn't even do a review on Princess Peach. And I think Nintendo creators are struggling. And it's very fair to say that they're struggling. I understand why. It is a scary time for Nintendo content creation. I make this to have you guys realize what's going on. Due to the fact that I don't see enough people talking about this. I don't think anybody's talking about this. And I think some people would be scared to be talking about this. Because in their eyes, if they made something like this, that could be a very negative video. And I don't see this as a negative video. I think it's just a conversation that just needs to be had. You know, that's how I see this. The Switch 2, or whatever the next Nintendo console, it's coming out at some point. And whenever it comes out, it's gonna be huge for the Nintendo content creation scene. It's gonna be great making videos for that. I'm still enjoying making videos for the Switch. I have plenty of things that have not been made yet onto this channel that we can still do. And when that Switch 2 system comes out, you best believe I am gonna be going crazy on making content for it once it comes out, because it's gonna be great. It's gonna be like a rebirth of, it's like a whole new console with a whole new variety of ideas of making videos. Like, I'm very excited to be doing content for that next system, because I started this channel late into the Switch cycle, and once we get there, it's just going to be exciting to be able to be there in the beginning of a next Nintendo console to make content for that. It's going to be great. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Do you guys notice this? Have you noticed that a lot of your Nintendo content creators are not uploading like they used to? And if they do, they're reaching sometimes. I don't think we've reached yet. Like I said, we have so many things that we've not done on this channel yet that we'll start diving into some of that stuff that we haven't done yet. And we just do so much that I'm not worried about this channel entering that phase that all these creators are entering. But it is something scary because it's also one of those things that, due to the fact that there's nothing coming out for Nintendo and the Switch and all of that, people's interest in Switch content videos are going to be lowered. A lot of people aren't going to be interested in watching Switch-based content because there really isn't nothing there that people are making. Hasn't happened to me yet, knock on wood. This isn't wood, but this is wood right now. We're knocking on wood. But hasn't happened to me yet with the channel. People have still been interested in watching what I've had to make on the Switch. It does worry me because I'm seeing it with other content creators, with the fact that there's nothing there, that the interest of their Switch-based content is lowering a lot because there's just nothing there, which is understandable why people wouldn't watch. I am a little worried about that. I want to know what you guys are thinking. I've talked too much. Hopefully this wasn't a negative video. I wanted to do a video like this because I feel like none of the content creators are going to talk about it, and I think it's good for the audience to see what the mind of a content creator is, especially towards what could be, it's probably the last year of the Nintendo Switch and all of that good stuff. I don't know. You guys can let me know if you like this type of thing. It's different. I liked it though. I don't know. It is a different type of video. You guys can let me know what you thought. Backslash that subscribe button. Like the video. Check out the YouTube channel, which you're already checking out the YouTube channel. I don't know why I said that. Check out the Discord server. Check out the Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff that's in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Guys, this shirt I just bought like 6 months ago, and it is so freaking big on me now. Like, I mean, you guys can't see, but like, it is huge. Like, look at this. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, I'm really sad that I can't really wear this shirt in public anymore because it's Blue Beetle, who's my favorite DC character of all time. Not really much merch out there of Blue Beetle, so stinks, but I mean, it's a good thing, I guess. It's a sleep shirt, but like, I want to wear Blue Beetle out in public. I got these shoes that I call my Blue Beetles, and I was going to wear this. Why am I talking about this? Just in the camera, bro. In the camera, in the recording.